So exactly, yeah. So the left-hand one is you going through the motions now of the drill we're trying to do, okay? So top of the backswing, that's fine. Keep your chest facing back towards me. And even though you keep your chest fat, look where your chest is when you come back to impact. Still facing the golf ball. And it will unwind, even if you try and keep it back, okay? But you're keeping your hands from overtaking. I think that's when you exaggerate a bit more. There, yeah, that felt like you're way back with your chest. And see the hands, so that movement there is speed, yeah? That sort of whip crack sensation. The body's not moving at all, yeah? That's the thing we're trying to create. Obviously, in time, the body then will continue on, chase the club, okay? Top of the backswing there now. Come back to impact, and then try and then do these 3 or 4, exaggerate, and then try and feel what impact would feel like. So you set up there now. Swing back, again, top of the backswing there, really good. Shift to that left side, come back. There's impact, okay? Now, difficult to see from there, but your shoulders aiming to the left would indicate your hands are probably a little bit further ahead of the golf club, which would mean the club would probably come back a little bit open when you put speed to it. At this speed, you're able to control the club face because your eyes just see it kind of thing, okay? Yeah. But the feeling of a square club face impact is what we're looking to try and create, okay? Once you've done 3 or 4, 5 of these sort of swings, okay, and you've done this now from basically the start, 18, 19, 20 seconds, now you step to a golf ball, okay? And there's your 2 setups. Yeah. It's a bit of a change there, isn't it?
In an hour.
Exactly. And to be fair, I said I'd be happy with you down there. You went, no, I want to get down to there, and fair play to you, you've done it, okay? So you've got your arms underneath that sort of shoulder line there. Now as we swing to the top of the backswing, okay?
You can see, if you just go back 2 seconds, keep going again, you can see in my hands it's that conscious.
Of course
lower,
they do,
lower.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And that's something you'll have to
create that habit now.
Of course you will, yeah. And that'll take, again, a little bit of time, but at least when you practice now, you're practicing something, okay? You're not just going to ranges battering golf balls.
I've been trying to do it myself, and it's just not been working.
Where you're tying yourself in knots,
frustrated. Yeah. Hence why
So there's your takeaway. So we'll just go this bit by bit this week, okay? So there's your takeaway. Class. Over your toe line, on line there, okay? Here's your takeaway. Here's your takeaway with this one. Where does it go? So that club, your takeaway there, that club now has gone back kind of like over here. So we're there, your hands are the club's way behind you. That's perfectly online, okay? Okay. Then to the top of the backswing. Looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Is that all right?
Brilliant. I mean, for me, left shoulder across your chest. Club's a little bit strong, but I don't mind that because it means you're able to square the club face up. Elbows nice and level. Good posture, maintain the angles. You compare that backswing to where you get there, and that club face now is like all over the place. Your body's out of position there, your right foot's back. Yeah. Yes, you kind of get it
for sheer power here.
Exactly, yeah. And the thing is,
technique.
But yeah, I mean, if you watch golf on TV, just those 2 there. I mean, that looks like a golfer. That looks like someone, let's say, just trying to smack it, like almost like a hockey player. You said, just trying to just stand there.
Yeah, I'm used to doing a slap.
Yeah.
Slot shot.
That's fine, yeah. But that same kind of movement, you say,
you would
exactly,
do a slap shot.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And that's
so I think that's probably why it's
in your head that made sense, keeping the club face in that orientation, which then you wanted to try and do.
That makes sense.
So when you then came back to the golf ball, but when you came back to the golf ball there now, I mean, look how awkward you look there with the body.
It's horrible.
Compare that to this one now where you're coming down. We want to keep the right shoulder back, as we said. It will unwind. That's kind of where you want your impact to be with your shoulders there now. And there's your impact there. That actually looks like a reasonable golfer there coming through. Hit the ball straight. Now again, in time, that will come round the corner and you'll rotate a bit more because you'll be able to aware of what the timing is. Well, of course, I'd rather you stay back than what you were doing there. That one's all over out of control. That, there's I say, is still dead straight 220 yards, which again...
And look at how I finished here.
Exactly, yeah. So if we can get your arms hanging down there, I think to sum it all up, number 1, grip pressure. You squeeze the hell out of it.
I know.
Most blokes who do fair from Chris. So looser in that grip pressure.
Yeah.
Okay. Right hip now is going to turn, or your right side, shoulder, hip.
The thing that you said with the dropping in makes sense, because that naturally then pushes your weight onto that.
I always think about skimming a pebble, If you're going to skim a pebble, you've got the pebbling around there now. The first thing you would do is unwind, you sort of wind your body up, okay? So you turn your hip back this way, okay? And the first, and then you step into there. There's kind of the hip shift this way. And then where's your right shoulder go? It goes that way. It wouldn't go that way because you just splam into the sea, wouldn't you? Okay, so from the top of the backswing, from the start position, so I say to the top of the backswing, right shoulder, right hip, get behind you. So you've turned your chest kind of 90 degrees away from the target, and then when you get into that position at the top here now, when you get here at this point, the chest is facing back to the target or back to the camera. Okay. Keep it there as long as you can as the arms come back down. So the arms can kind of basically win the race back to the golf ball, okay? If the hands and the shoulders win the race and the club's left a metre or so behind, faces left wide open, and then it's just literally going to hit a golf ball there, Chris, and you'll end up doing that.
If someone had told me that probably 20 years ago,
You'd be on tour.
I'd be all right. I could have been all right.
You'd have a chat. To be fair, and I think based on what we've just seen there tonight and how quick you've changed, I think this will come fairly quickly to you. You won't be like, oh my God, this has taken me for years. It will take a little bit of practice, I get that, okay?
Yeah, I'm happy
I
to
would
put
say
that
when you're
in
down
on
the range, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
For
but
me,
I've now got a goal down the range, something to
practice
work on,
that, yeah.
rather than...
And if needs be, maybe I'm going to say, you can just sort of keep it in your head if you want to say, okay, right, okay, if every time I get a ball goes slightly... I mean, that one there, I'd say is accept it. So you've just gone, right, accept that, okay? But if you hit golf balls that go like 40 yards, right, so I guess 10p to your left kind of thing, just put a bit of incentive to make you just hit it left kind of thing, yeah? Get that sensation of hitting the ball further left, okay? But the top of the batsman there now, quiet that body down so you learn to control the club face back to the ball square. That's what you've got to try and do. Okay. And the club's got to win that race. If the club gets overtaken by the hands and the body...
Should I just be a little bit
you're kind of there. Ideally, I want to see it a little bit more that way. A little
bit more there. Exactly. And the club's there.
Wait. The difference between those two angles there is literally like... I mean, there's no measurable time. It's a hundredth of a second. I mean, from the top of the backswing down to there, it's a quarter of a second. From all the way up there down to there. So from that impact position being there, I mean, you think where your shoulders are probably square about there, the club is the next frame hitting the golf ball. So it's not miles out, but it'll feel to you because you're way, and then like, whoop, keeping it back there, okay? So work on those things. Focus on getting the club head back to ball square. Yeah. When you're down the range, your ball, I'm sure love this, film some swing, send them through to me. Say, how does it look? Am I doing something drastically wrong, or am I doing it right? I can say, thumbs up, great, keep doing it, or I can say, wang on, Chris, you're doing it. I doubt you will, but you're doing it too much, okay? Unlikely, but you never know. But yeah, keep in touch, keep in contact, and then we can kind of push things forward going through bit by bit.
So how often do you usually do until the next one?
There's different programs I can send the details through to. You can have a look and see which one you want to do. It depends how much time you can practice between now and then the next one. I would say with this thing, it probably needs maybe 1 or 2 games or 1 and 2 practice sessions. So generally 3 golfing experiences.
So I've got...
Whether it be 2 range in a game or 2 games in a practice. Whatever.
Okay.
Make sense?
Yeah.